Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase channel. My name is Joey, and today I'm going to be taking a deep dive into the KotLC Stellarlune cover. So we all know that the book 9 cover was released about 2 weeks ago, and I am still in shock. I'm in disbelief that it looks this good. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. Sophie, Morella, and Marika all on the cover in this sort of mysterious wormhole, this portal into this colorful red purplish, like, I don't even know what it is. But in this video I'm going to be going over theories of where they are on the cover, what's going on in this cover, and if you're excited to see that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 10,000, and it would just mean the world to us if you could take that little time out of your day and subscribe. And I want to hear your theories too, so make sure you comment down below what you think is happening on this cover or where they're going. So without further ado, let's get into the KotLC Stellarlune cover. So the first thing that I noticed is, as Shannon Messenger did say this, is that it's the first cover where it's Sophie and only girls on the cover, Sophie, Morella, and Marika. So I think that is really cool. The other one is, if you compare it to all the other covers before it, it is so much more colorful, so much more chaotic and crazy. And I have no idea what is going on here, and that is very different from the other covers. For example, Legacy, like, we could see Big Ben in the background. We knew where they are. They're in London. But for this, we have like zero information. So today we're going to be trying to theorize what's going on here. So the first thing that many people found interesting, or they were wondering about, is why Morella's hair looks a little bit red. And I would think that it's because of like the reddish tint on the stained glass, which is in the background. And that'll make sense, but the other character's hair is, like, Sophie's hair is normally blonde. So maybe she dyed her hair, I'm not really sure. Anyway, the other thing, the elephant in the room, is like this stained glass thing in the background. It's the whole entire background. And you can even see a tree, like branches of a tree behind the stained glass. So perhaps they're outside somewhere, which it makes no sense to me. Why there's this huge background of stained glass. Another tiny little detail is you can see Marika's Cyanopath ability, how you see it stems from her hands in like ripples and waves. And I think that's really cool. And the way how they're entering this mysterious place, this whatever this stained glass thing is, they're like ready for a fight, because Morella, she's protecting all of them with the Cyanopath ability. And Marika has her force fields up, so that might mean that there are enemies that they've never seen is on the other side. And the other thing that really stood out to me is this like rock or crystal that Sophie is holding in her hand, which I would presume created the portal, and it's how they got there. It has light shooting out of it in all directions, and some people think it's a starstone, some people just think it's a normal leaping crystal. So I'm not sure what this mysterious rock is, but you know, as I said, I think it's the thing that created this portal, which this portal, we've never seen anything like it in the Lost Cities before. It has like this flower design, this ring of flowers, and that's really unique. I have no clue what it is. So the next thing I want to talk about is where they could possibly be. So what I think is that I think they are I don't know what to call it. Like, are they portaling? Are they teleporting? Are they light leaping somewhere to where they think Keith is going to be? So I think in this cover they're trying to find Keith. Wherever they are, this mysterious stained glass thing with a tree in behind it. Wait, I actually just realized you can see the branch or the trunk of this tree at the bottom of the cover. So if you just follow it, it looks like they're like hovering in mid-air. I just noticed that. I thought they were on the ground and like the tree started like right over here. So they're just like floating in midair. Another thought I just had is maybe they're in the void, because like this background that they're coming from, it's kind of like blue and like red. That doesn't seem like a normal like place. So maybe they're coming out of the void somehow. This is really crazy. I don't really know. And another thing I noticed is Morella, like what she's holding, because all the characters like holding something or doing something. So Morella has this kind of like flame, well, it's not kind of a flame, it is a flame. And some other people have theorized that this flame that she's holding is actually balefire, which, if you don't remember, it's sort of like a bluish tinted flame that Finton is known to use. It was Finton's trademark, and as we know, Morella trained with Finton and is training with Finton, so people think that this could possibly be balefire, because it doesn't look like regular fire. It has hints of blue, yellow, pink, purple. Let's just put it this way, everything on this cover we have not seen before, except for like maybe the Cyanopath ability. Another theory that some people have had is that they are going into Elysian, and we know basically nothing about Elysian. The wiki page is literally just 2 paragraphs, but it mentions that in Greek mythology, Elysian is a place. It's not like a thing or an object. So, I mean, it's possible since we don't know much about it. And another thing that we know is that Stellarlune is connected to Elysian. So I don't know where to go with this theory, but that's all we know, that they're two connected. So it's possible that they're portaling, wormholing, teleporting into Elysian. And another theory that I do think could also be true is that the thing that Sophie's holding is actually Stellarlune itself. I don't know if Shannon Messenger would just put it directly on the cover, because like that's kind of giving it away, but I guess since we don't know exactly what it is, it could be Stellarlune. The other piece of info that might help us like figuring out what this cover is that Shannon Messenger said that she has been building towards this scene for a very long time. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but every cover is a scene from the books, excluding Unlocked because that was kind of like a random cover. But this is indeed a scene in the books, and Shannon said that it's a very big scene. Another thing to note about their clothing, they all are very well dressed. I think Sophie, I mean, it's kind of normal to be very well dressed in the Elven world, but it seems like they're not like in battle attire. So I don't really know how to connect all these things that I talked about in this video, but the only thing that is really stumping me about this cover is like these random flowers. We haven't seen anything like these flowers. I don't know why they're there. Is it just like a design choice of the cover? Or, I mean, I think it's intentional. Another thing is just this stained glass. It seems so random. Like the flowers in the stained glass, that's so random. I don't know, this whole thing just really confuses me, but I think that when we read the book, we're gonna look back on the cover and be like, oh, of course, the flowers was this thing and the stained glass that's this place. So right now this is all really confusing, but we only have a little bit longer to wait until we figure out what this whole thing is. There's one more thing I want to mention is that Keith isn't on the cover. Originally, I thought Keith was of course gonna be on the cover because, you know, the whole book's just kind of centered around him right now. But then I realized that would just spoil like that Keith comes back, that we find Keith or he returns. So they obviously wouldn't put him on the cover. So that's gonna wrap up this video. All in all, this cover is very unique, very colorful and stunning, but it is so confusing. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these theories, make sure to like the video down below and subscribe if you want to help us out because we are so close to 10K. It is tantalizing. And comment down below your theories on this cover. Where do you think they are? What are they doing? You know, let me know your theories. And I'll see you guys next week.